Welcome to the channel, everybody. If you look behind me, you will see the tombstones. There you go. Well, look at there, folks. Yep, we are back at the cemetery. And had some rooters come in and decide to do some damage. And it's not going to be tolerated at the cemetery. Yep, you guys need a ride out of here, and I'm here to give it to you. They're young, but they're big enough that they can sit there and do damage. And the market is still absolutely terrible. And I talked to several buyers, and everybody's on hold. There are a couple of ranches that I don't use those ranches, or they won't. They're just kind of exclusive to some of the trappers. You'll see Daniel Arms. He's catching quite a bit of hogs. He'll run them over to Josh's, and Josh is one of those fortunate trappers who have access to a ranch that they just take all of his hogs. I don't have that luxury, so I'm just kind of stuck with what I've got, and which isn't much of anything right now. So we're just kind of on hold. I'm gonna catch hogs if they come into the cemetery, but for the most part, it's just kind of bait and wait and hope that the market turns around. So that brings me to my next point. I think, yep, I backed into the trap. I'm gonna have to scoot up. So what we are having to do to support the channel because of the fuel cost, and I mean, I've got traps everywhere. I mean, I've got traps an hour and a half away. And so what we're having to do is we opened up the channel to subscriptions. We have to shoot hogs. I mean, there's just no way around it. And we weren't showing that in the beginning of the channel. It's just gruesome, and it's not a fun thing to do. It offends a lot of folks, but I've always tried to keep the channel as real as possible. I want you guys to see how it is in the real world with hog trapping. I mean, you just don't back up your trailer, load them all up, and go get a check. That's just not how it is. It's not how it is for me. There are some that can do that, but it's just not how things are. In the real world of trapping, you back up, you have to shoot all the small hogs, and you keep the ones that you can sell because they won't even take the little hogs. So in the subscriptions, and I think it's just $1 or $2, a couple of dollars. What we'll do is we'll show those videos for those folks that enjoy seeing the whole thing, shooting the hogs and having to throw them in the back of the truck and going and finding a place to put them. We'll separate those videos out for the folks that want to see that. And then what I'll do is when I've got to shoot hogs, Brad will just more than likely just edit that out for the regular channel. And just the subscriptions will just go to try to cover my fuel cost, because I still have to run the traps. Now my buyer will take the big hogs. I mean, I've got a place for those, and he'll always take the larger hogs. But for the most part, until this market opens back up, which we were talking on the phone this morning and there is no good news in sight. So, we're just going to have to do what we have to do, and we've got to pay the bills and the fuel cost and the corn cost. Now I'm going to buy a feed buggy, which is several thousands of dollars, but I'll be able to just go back to buying bulk. I used to buy in bulk in feed sacks and uh, the big super sacks, they a ton or 2 tons of corn in them. But what I found out was when I put them on pallets in the backyard, I bring in a lot of mice and they eat holes in it, and then it just becomes a nightmare. So no more of that. I'm gonna the wife's gonna kill me if I show up with another super sack full of corn. So we're not gonna do that anymore. So we're gonna get a feed buggy so I can just put a bucket under it and just get buckets of corn out of it. So that's gonna be thousands of dollars. So we're just gonna kind of run a separate set of videos that will show the other side of things and try to help cover some of these costs. All right, well, let's get set up. I've got to pull the truck up just a little bit, get these guys loaded, and we'll go from there. So last night over at the Choctaw Casino in Durant, Oklahoma, we had our annual company dinner. And we used to do it over there every year. And last year they kind of did a carnival thing and opened it more open to the families, and that was okay. But we all really enjoy the casino part of it, and we always have a pretty good musical band there. And special thanks to the Casey Donahue Band out of Fort Worth for coming down and playing for us. I'm looking for a flag, and they played a dozen songs or so, and I mean, it was a dang good show. They did excellent. It was a lot of fun. And a couple of years ago, we had Neil McCoy come out and play, and I don't know if you aren't country fans, y'all wouldn't know who he is, or Casey Donahue Band for that matter. But company that I work for spends a ton of money every year for this annual get together, and it just they go above and beyond. And I worked for that company, and I said it a couple videos ago. I've worked for them for 20 years, well over 20 years now. And Tucker started working. I think I mentioned this, but he works at started working and works in the machine shop, running a CNC machine, and just turning 18 years old. And they go through every year. They go through and talk about everybody who's worked there for 10 years, 20, 30. There's even 40-year employees at this company, and it's family owned. Never that I've ever heard have they ever had a layoff or done a layoff. We've slowed down before in the past. I work in the steel industry, and I work in the melt shop department in the chemistry lab, and the job is based off of the world steel market, and we've slowed down and had to work 3 days a week before in the past, just so people didn't get laid off. But it has been an excellent job all these years, and I'm pretty proud that Tucker has started working out there. And in the fall, he will go to trade school and continue his job doing what he does. And I couldn't be more proud of him for doing that. He he didn't really want to do the whole college thing, even though he's pretty dadgum smart. But there's always a job in the trades, always. So I think he was pretty wise to get into that. Come on, guys, it's getting hot and the sun's starting to creep in. Yeah, it's hot, guys. It's supposed to be in the 90s today, and we got back just a bit ago. I think it's probably 11:30 right now, 11:15. Thank goodness this trap is in the shade, because for those of you that do not know, hogs will overheat and die. They don't sweat like we do, and so they've got to be in the shade. They can't be out in the direct sun. Come on, guys. This guy's been chomping this whole time and he doesn't even have any teeth hardly. I'll stay over here in the shade as long as you want me to. Get on over there. Go on, go, shoot. I really don't want to get the hot shot out and entice you guys. Your buddy went and got in the trailer already, so get over there. So across the street from where we are is where I caught that ginormous hog here a couple of weeks ago. And that guy over there, Furman, he's got another daggum big hog. There's a little track from a little bitty hog. He's got another big hog over there. He said his neighbor tried to shoot it, got a shot off, which if you get a shot off and you don't shoot it and drop it, then that becomes an issue. Then he said his gun jammed and he couldn't get a second shot off. So that's an issue. So I've got to go over there and figure out. To the south is a property I've trapped before, and that's where they're coming from. So I'm probably gonna move his trap over there since they decided to start shooting at him over on his place. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You don't want to get in the trailer. I want you in the trailer. Come on. This other one's eating corn. Getting that last meal, buddy? Well, all right. Now, I could get the rattle paddle out and all that. I just don't want to get them stirred up too bad and start getting them hot. We've got a good breeze. I just want them to cooperate and go get in the trailer like that guy. All right, your turn, buddy. You can go. There you go. Well, look at there, folks. They saw me come out with the old hot shot and didn't want none of that. And I'm pretty proud of myself because I sprayed those wheels on that slide gate so you guys wouldn't have to listen to it scream. Oh, it's hot in the sun. So what we're going to do is we're going to try out the subscriptions thing and see if we can't get some gas paid for. I filled up the truck, well, this morning it was $68. And I'm not going to try to do a whole lot of hogging and pigging and running around, try to make that gas last as long as I can. Those hogs right there aren't worth much of anything, but to me, they're worth everything getting them off of this cemetery property. So we're going to do the subscription thing and just catch on a limited basis and just put out the videos when we can put out the videos and go from there. That's about it. It's about all we can do. I still have 2 brand new traps. That 15-footer Jacob dropped off at the house, still sitting there. I've got properties I can go put it on. I still got another 23-footer on the trailer. Need to go get it put out somewhere. And I've got the places. It's just, we're just stuck right now. It is what it is. So I appreciate you guys watching, supporting the comments. And I know sometimes when we shoot those hogs, it's, you know, it doesn't always go as planned. Them suckers move like rats. And the second you pull the trigger, they turn their head. And you shoot them in the ear, and then they run around, and it becomes an ordeal. But we're doing the best we can, and we'll get better with time. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for commenting. I try to answer all the comments. I do the best I can. And thanks for sharing. I mean, we've got almost 3,200 subscribers, almost 1.1 million views in 7 short months. And that absolutely blows my mind. So you guys keep watching, keep supporting, and we'll keep doing this. And we will see you guys on the next video. Thanks again.